today's been pretty busy. I haven't Hina Bell and Sheepishness and Ollie Ollie Lolly. That's an amazing name. Emma, Marie, and Sophie, and Pops, and Danny, and Lexi. Ellis Pierre, Caitlin, Steffi, Sigrid. Just me and music. It's Christina. Hey, Palm Tree Beach. Everybody's here. Woo! I know, Pops. It is hot here, too. I tell you what. I wasn't prepared. I usually bring the giveaway box closer, but I didn't yet. So, now it's right there. Now I've got my hat. I've got my cowbell. I've got all sorts of things. Oh, Sean. Sean's at the casino. Fresh out the gate. Hey, Cheyenne. Thanks for using that free spin. So, anyways, how's everybody doing? Today has been pretty busy for me, but I felt like I'm getting things done. I'm preparing, if any of you don't know, next weekend is VidCon. Woo, woo, woo. Hey, Rachel Ray. So next weekend is VidCon, so I was prepping all of my panels. If you want to know where I'm going to be, first of all, it says on my Facebook page, but also Thursday, 9:30 a.m., I'm on the panel Protecting Yourself Online. It's in the community track. Then Thursday at 3:30 p.m., it's Let's Talk About Mental Health at the creator track level. Then I have a creator chat. You guys on Friday at 11. Never done that before. I'm kind of excited / nervous about what that is. Then I have to do the mental health discussion Saturday at 2 p.m. And that is in the community track. And then I do the keynote segment Saturday, 4:16 p.m. Be there, be square. And they are live streaming the keynotes and stuff. So you can go to their YouTube channel. So it's a YouTube channel called VidCon. You can follow them if you're not able to be there. And you can then watch some of the things that they'll live stream. So hey, anyway, so I've been working on that. I got all of the thank you cards out in the mail. I sent all your t-shirts out. I'm going to wait a few days before I show you what they look like. But yeah, how is everybody doing? I know chat is already super busy. And don't forget to invite your fans. Allie B already smashing that like button. Pew pew. Don't forget to tell everybody that we're live. I know some people, like I say, always forget or get the times mixed up because, trust me, we're all over the world, and I have trouble myself. So yeah, so anything, what else is going on? Yoitz is back from surgery. Hooray! I am so warm. It is hot. It's going to be a schwitzy live stream today. It's officially summer, ? In SoCal, so we are roasty toasty. Allie B. Okay. Oh, hi from Saudi Arabia. Hi, Hatoon. Welcome, welcome. Thanks, Letitia. Oh, anyway, so let's see. Oh, I'd said 4 instead of 4:30? I thought I'd said 4:30 because I was supposed to have a haircut at 3. And so I knew I wouldn't be able to get home until after 4. That's why I did 4:30 to 6. That was what I tweeted out. I'm sorry if there was a confusion. But anyway, so yeah. So anyways, that's what was doing. But my haircut got moved to tomorrow because Sura was running late and I didn't have the time to waste. I had to get back for the live stream. Ooh, Allie, look at you with your red crown. She's so fancy. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. Yeah, I know, Eddie. It is late for people in Europe. That's why I toggle back and forth, because you got to make room for everybody. This way, at this time, it means that our Australia folks don't have to stay up till like 3 and 4 in the morning. They can sleep. Woo, 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 Allie B, Allie B. Is the crown like coming out of that? That is so cool. Thanks, Allie Rose, for the likes, and Letitia for the likes. Hi, Infinite Susanna. Okay. So let's see. Oh, that's awesome, Hatoon. I'm glad that you're here. Thanks, Jacob. Woo, woo. Let's consider what we want I'm already prepared. I've got my paper. What do we want our goals to be today, you guys? I have tons of giveaways. I also found one of Megan Tonjes' CDs, and I might throw that in as a giveaway too, because I bought them for I don't know if it was a Patreon giveaway or something else, but I had one left over. So now I've got an extra to give out. If you guys don't know who Megan Tonjes is, she has a YouTube channel and she sings. That's what she really loves to do. So you can watch some of her. I think she does most of them on her channel, doesn't she, Sean? Like of her singing her songs. Anyway, I've seen her live and she's really good. Yeah. Okay. So Sean, speaking of the frying pan dance sheepishness, so Sean was looking up cowbell sounds because it's the live stream. We got to get ready. And he pulled it up on YouTube, and there's actually this video. I was like, we got to tweet this out. There was a video of a guy teaching you how to cowbell. So it was like, here's how you hold it. This is the way you don't hold it. And it's like, I don't know if it's serious or not, but it's so dry, it's ridiculous. Anyway. Oh, there it is. It's got to go like a
rewarding instrument to master. This wonderful percussive instrument has many
Do you hear this? Is this
but
serious?
You'll find it's easy to learn. The first thing
it's easy to learn. Don't worry.
The proper way to hold the cowbell.
Okay, that's enough.
To start with,
you guys, I will tweet out this link. The proper way to hold the cowbell. And it shows him putting his hand inside the cowbell. Where is my cowbell? And he's like, this is not the appropriate way. And you're like, no shit, Sherlock. That's not going to ring-a-ding anything. Oh my God.
Cowbell 101, exactly.
It was like, because you know how the cowbell usually has the thing inside? His hand was like in the cowbell. You're like, what? Anyways, we found it so hilarious. And I was like, I'm going to watch this over and over and over. Okay. Hi, music lover forever. Hey, hey, hey. So anyways, that was just not going to ring-a-ding anything. Okay, so today, what do we want our goals to be, you guys? That's just a little tidbit about my life. If we get to 100K, do we want to do another giveaway? What if we get to 150, 200? You guys tell me. Do we want to hit the hills a certain number of times? We want a tomato a certain number of times. What else is there? The fire? Oh, we still get the Pride. Yeah, we get Pride Month. Woo, woo, woo. Thanks, Soapy Joe. So what do we want to do? Let's see. Oh, Charlie, Patreon is a way for you to support channels such as mine. And I have a Patreon account because YouTube doesn't like to monetize a lot of my content, and they don't. Mental health videos are, yeah, not monetized.
Way to get questions answered one-on-one.
Sean he's in salesman mode.
So
he was like, it's a good way for you to get your questions answered. I can't disagree with him. It actually is. But Patreon is just a way to support channels because YouTube alone isn't supportive enough, and it takes a lot of work and stuff to get a video out there and put it into the world and interact with each and every one of you. It's a lot of time, so Patreon's just a way to show your support. Okay, I know YouTube is stupid sometimes, Carly. Oh, you're not Carly, you're Tattooed Kangaroo. How am I supposed to know that's you? Crazy. Okay, yes, and Sophie P, I get to hang out with Sophie P soon. I'm excited. I hung out with some of my Patreon patrons the other day. It's been amazing. How did you know it's me? I think it's the photo, maybe, Carly. I don't know. Hi, Michelle H. Woo, woo. Oh, yeah, do court. Jess Wolf, new subscriber. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, sorry. I'm going to try to keep this, keep it cool, keep it cool. The photo was supposed to change. Well, it didn't. And now I know the secret's out. Okay. So how did it go, Rachel? Let us know. Do you want to guess and tell us how everything went? You don't have to, but you can. Okay. Too early for the cowbell. I hear you, Monique. I'll try to keep it to a minimum. Woo, 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 Rebecca, our new subscriber. Okay, cowbell coming in. Are you ready? Woo, 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 woo. Also, before I forget, you guys, okay, remember on Wednesday, I did 5 cards. I sent out 5 cards. I did not see a address. I never got one from Minimalist Goth. Is that what the name? Yeah, Minimalist Goth. If you're out there, if you're watching today, please send me your address. I can't send you your card. So let me know, okay? Okay, so the goals, if any of you are new, I've seen in the chat some of you wonder how we set goals. Goals are when we get a certain number of likes or a certain number of new subscribers, because we've had 2 already, or a certain number of tomatoes or the fires or any of those, then we get little extra things. So, oh, yes, Minimal Scott, can you send me your address? I don't have it. Are you a Patreon patron and I just don't know? I wasn't sure what the name was under. So, can you email me to info@katymorton.com? Email me your address. Okay. Yes, and if we hit number 1, as per usual, number 1 total on YouNow, we're going to pop that pop confetti, throw some other confetti. What else are we going to do? Oh, it keeps bouncing out. Are you on Twitter maybe, or? I'm not sure. We'll figure it out, Minimalist Goth. Yeah, oh, hit the hill. Sorry, I was trying to think of ways to get a hold of our. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, Jalen in the house. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought of you, Jalen. Yay, 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 yay. Because I was like, it's late enough that I think it will, that we will be able to catch you, because I know you don't get off work until later. Yay, 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 yay. Hit the hills. Okay. Box of likes. Exactly. Okay, so what do we want to do, you guys? Tell me in the chat. I'm going to be listening. we want to, the hills are alive. That's a good one, Sarah. The hills are alive. Woo, 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 Kazlee Scott. Kazia? Is it Kazia Lee? Woo, 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 woo. You too, Aaron P. Have a great weekend. We could do 100K. Do we want to do a giveaway? Oh, I can karaoke. Did you guys, are you getting sick of my karaoke? Nobody? Okay, good, because I'm not sick of it.
Make us some coffee too, Rachel. We need some coffee.
Sarah, oh my god, my tea is empty. What the fuck? Okay, so let's see. What do we want? Frying pan dance. Okay, giveaway. That's been the most. Okay, 100K, we do a giveaway. And I feel like that's our usual thing. It gets us going. It gets us excited. Okay, then do we want to 100K giveaway? It totally rhymes. You're right. Oh, Kasha. Okay, good to know. Thanks for letting me know, Kasha Lee. Okay, oh good, Alina. I'm so glad you can hang out and have a good time and end your week on a positive note. Oh, we got a new Patreon patron. It came through my email. Thanks, Holly. Woo, woo, woo. You guys. Okay. We can do a giveaway. Okay, let's see. So if we do 100K, then do we want to do 150 or 200K? You guys tell me what you want. Ooh, Rebecca's eating ice cream for dinner. I'm coming over. Oh, yes, then you decide the 200K. Okay, 200K. What do we want to do that way? I know if we did 300K last time, we were going to do, you pick the next 5 vids. So just so you guys know, because you're going to get the spoilers. Oh, and we can do a 150 too. I'll put that in there as well. Okay, so the next video, there's going to be an extra video sometime this week. So make sure you're subscribed and have your notifications turned on. Because there's been some things in the news. And I don't know if you guys like the ones when I talk about stuff happening in the news, but there's been a lot. And so I'm going to do a video. I'm going to Phil DeFranco myself. Maybe I'll even say, "What's up, you beautiful bastards?" I'm just kidding. I won't totally steal his thing, but I'm going to talk about the news a little. Okay. Okay, you guys love them. Okay, good. Yay, yay, yay. Because there's just so much stuff, you know. Oh, Daniel, it's not really chasing likes. It's a way for us to get little extras. That's what the giveaway box is for. That's what we do. Have you not been on the live streams? Oh, a video with a Kenyan. I could do that. Unicorn hair and lattes. That's a good idea. Oh, I'd love to do a collab sheepishness. I don't know how to get a hold of Philly D, though. That's the one person I don't really know. You know, I don't really know anybody in his camp. And I've met him, like, once at the Streamies. But it was more just like, hey, casual, you know? Oh, Book a Pillar, yes. It's like a Katy minion. Yes, exactly. That's what a Kenyan is. It's like Katy's minions. Thanks, Sarah, for the likes. Okay, let's see. Oh, from Anchorage, Alaska. Yay. Welcome, welcome. Okay, at 150, what do we want to do, you guys? I'm looking in the chat.
Maybe...
I am accepting questions today, Leah. We always set our goals first, and then we get into, you know, get into the questions. Yes, I have considered doing a podcast. Just stay tuned for that. Banana dance. Skype with a Kenyan. Cards or giveaways. How to 200K, let's do 5 cards. How's that sound? We'll do 5.
5 cards. What does that mean?
And the 5 cards is when that's awesome, Jen. I know. Sheepishness being very sneaky. But 200K, 5 cards means I send out 5 thank you cards to random Kenyans that we select on this live stream, and I pop them in the mail in the next couple of days, and then, surprise, you get it. I don't know how long it's going to take, but that's what 5 cards means. Oh, hi, Melissa. Of course. You're very, very welcome. A guest at 150? Well, a lot of people could be able to guest.
Yeah, I think that's actually a good point. Like, at every 25K, you do a guest or something.
Yeah, we could do it at every 25K. We do a guest. Do you guys want to do that?
That's about to hit 25K.
We are about to. Hey, yo. Ooh, 150 coloring books. I can do that. We'll do a coloring book giveaway.
At where?
At 150.
Okay.
Coloring book giveaway. So just so you know.
I'm writing this down.
Ooh, Sophie Joe, give another Pride Month. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. So every 25K, I'm going to write this down too. These are some good goals, you guys. Sophie Joe is smashing that pride flag. Woo woo. Okay. And then, okay, 25K guest. Okay, so you have to keep me on top of that because I may forget. But just so you know.
Just yell out guest as soon as.
Yeah, just yell out guest in the chat. So every 25K, I'm going to guest somebody. 100K, we do a giveaway. 150K, we do a coloring book giveaway. Very specific. Woo, 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 Sophie Joe. Yay, 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 yay. Then, 200K, 5 cards go out. We pick our Kenyans, and I send out some thank you cards. 300K, you pick the next 5 video topics that I will film.
Wait, what? At
Yep.
300K?
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
writing it down.
I've got it written down myself.
Oh, well, it's for
We're
double
doubling down. Doubling down. Oh, hi, Knit Jester. I know it is the best cowbell. And someone else, one of our other Kenyans, like I said, Jalen has 1, 2. Okay, so those are our goals. Do we want to, so we have 2 new subs. Do we want anything for subs? Ooh, new Patreon patron, Liz. Welcome to the family. Whoa, 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 whoa. The video on the fine art of the cowbell. Oh my God.
First, grip
First,
the cowbell.
don't put your hand in it, because that will...
Oh, you gotta guess somebody.
Woo,
already.
it will negate the time, you know, it'll negate the ring-a-dinging. Okay, time to guess. I hear you, I hear you, I hear you all. Woo, hey Steffi. Okay, time to guess. Letitia's on top of the list. I'm just gonna go straight down the list. Let's say hi to Letitia and see how she's doing. It's been a while. If you don't know, she's all the way in New Zealand. Hi Elizabeth, be our guest. Hi.
Hi.
Long time no talk. How's it going?
Things are getting better.
Good, good. Do you want to share with people a little bit about what's going on, or it's totally up to you? No pressure.
Yep. So, I went to my dad's for a month, and it was hard to talk to him about what had been going on, and I finally got the courage to talk to him. And he has accepted it. And I was gonna move back with him, but I found out he's sick, so I can't move back at the moment. And I applied for a job last week, and I got the job.
Yay!
Woo-hoo.
Woo, woo, woo!
Yeah.
Oh, it's got caught. There we go. That's exciting.
Yeah.
So are we
and
feeling
my
a little
mum
better?
and I are talking now.
That deserves a little cowbell.
Cool.
That's so exciting. Things are getting better. It's been a hard,
They are.
like, month or 2, really.
Yeah, because when I was at my dad's, also, one of my friends passed away in the mental health unit.
Oh, I'm so sorry. There's been a lot of them that have passed away recently, right? Or in the last year? Yeah, I'm so sorry. That's hard.
So I had 3 funerals to attend while I was in live-in, but yeah, I got through it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. Know that it's okay to feel whatever you feel. You know, give yourself time to cry about it, and that's okay. Completely normal.
I don't really cry.
It might be good to cry sometimes. That's okay. I mean, you knew I was going to say that.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
But I'm sorry for your loss. But I'm glad that everything else is getting better, it sounds like. We're kind of on the up and up, yeah?
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to
So
see
I start
you.
work
and-
next week.
You what?
I start work next week.
Yay! That's so exciting. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Hanging in there.
Yep. And I sent you guys another gift. It'll be coming.
Ooh, I can't wait. I'm excited. Thank you, thank you.
What's on the wall behind
Oh,
you?
Sean wants to know what's on the wall behind you all. Are those photos, it looks like?
All my photos, yeah.
I love it.
Yep.
Those are so cool. Well, it's
And
good
my
to see you.
21st key.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I do. That's so cool. Do you have a question today? I don't want to like ask you a bunch of questions and not get to anything that's on your mind.
No, I didn't have a question. I just wanted
Okay.
to update you guys.
Yeah, no, it's
And
good
thank
to
you
see
for all the support.
Yeah, of course. I know it's been like a really shitty time, but it sounds like, you know, things have been getting better and it is looking up a little bit. And I'm glad that you're feeling better too. And you got a job. Yay, yay, yay. So exciting. Well, thanks
Yep.
for keeping us updated.
Thank you.
And we'll see you soon. Okay. Bye, honey.
Bye.
Yeah, Letitia's been having a hard time lately, and we've been messaging back and forth about it, but it's just good to know that things are now, getting better. You guys, we have this child in our apartment complex that screams like crazy bloody murder, but it seems to be fine when I see it outside. But I don't know, maybe it's just colicky, or maybe it's having, throwing tantrums. For a while, I thought maybe something was wrong with it, but anyways. Okay. That.
This chair, man.
Let's see. Oh, I know it is always, I agree, Monique. It's always funny and interesting hearing the accents for everybody when they guest. So anyway, it's nice to catch up with Letitia and know that things are getting better. And that's also a good reminder for any of you out there who are having a hard time and are feeling like things are just shit. Because Letitia went from having that I don't know if you guys knew, but there's like a horrific storm that hit New Zealand that like flooded people out of their homes. And she was one of the people that was affected by that. And like that was kind of the start of this like shit storm. But now things are looking up, and she got a new job, and she starts next week. And yay. Good to see you, Letitia. Good to hear about everything that's going on. Okay. Okay. Calling a child an it. I love it. Steffi, sometimes I can't help myself. Okay. Anyways, late today, Panda, just so that Anxious Panda's asking why so late today, so that we can make it easier for our New Zealand and Australia folks, as well as the States, because people in the States don't get off of work until a little later. So I was trying to accommodate everybody. That's why Wednesdays are an earlier one, so that's in the evening for those of you in Europe and the UK. Oh, we're on fire! I don't know what to say on this one. What should we say? Woo, 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 woo! Allie B is keeping it lit! Yay! I feel like, should I go... Should I try to blow it out? Is that what we should do? The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Isn't that how it goes? But we do need the water. Yay! Allie B, that's like my favorite. I like that it even rains down and then he slides up. It's lit. Get the hose. That's it, yoits. Brittany Ann has got it. Woo! Thanks, Allie. Thanks, Anna Lucia. I always want to say that wrong, and I'm sorry, but hydration. Exactly.
But hydration.
How this girl is on fire. Awesome. I love it. Thank you, Allie B. Okay, so we've had one fire and one hit the hills. Do we want to keep track of that? We've had 2 new subs. I don't know if we're keeping track of that. We don't really have any goals but we have a lot of other goals. Oh, another guest. Guest. Be our guest. Sarah, Hara, you're next. Oop. Did it make a guess? There we go. It did not click through. Let's see if Sarah Hara is ready.
Be our guest.
Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Some toasty likes. I know, right, Wascally? Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm alright. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Today's been pretty good. It's warm here, if you can tell. I'm like, ditzy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, your phone sounds like it's buzzing from your text messages.
Oh.
But what's going on? Tell us a little bit about how you're doing.
The sound off. I figured it out.
Yay! You're so tech savvy.
No, my little brother showed me how.
So what's going on?
Just hanging out with my cats. They took over my bed. Actually, what I'm truly doing is I'm writing a list of reasons why I hate my ex.
Oh.
Something
Is that because they're trying to get back in your life, or?
Or
is it part of therapy?
Yeah, I think, like, when I started writing it, I wasn't sure if it was going to be helpful. I was thinking about it, but I think it's actually, I have 1, 2, 3, 7 bullets, and I haven't really got into, like, the major things yet, but it's actually not bad.
Yeah, and sometimes it can feel, in a way, it's almost cathartic to, like, say it, like, write it out. It can be like, you can feel angry and be angry and...
Yeah, and, like, maybe burn it later.
Yeah, exactly. Tear that shit up and light it on fire.
Speaking of burning, I started up a new wood burn. It's kind of cool.
Uh-huh.
I only worked on it for a little while.
Wow. That is so cool. Wow,
Good job.
Sarah, that's
Sweet.
awesome. We'll have to guest you again when it's done. Let me know. If you guys don't know, Sarah, you had how many pieces up? 5, 6?
8 actually.
8. Yes, I knew it was supposed to be 10,
I
right? But then
from and because they're only going to put up 5, but then they decided that they couldn't choose, and they made extra room for them. It was actually funny.
And she put it up on her Instagram. It's really cool. They're It's so cool. I was so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And my sister has been begging me for a dandelion painting, so I painted her.
Oh, I love it. That's so pretty.
Little tiny dandelions.
Yeah.
I
love it.
a shower scrunchie. I can't really see it. I used a shower scrunchie
I see.
to do that.
It's like a little river.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. Yeah, I'm not artistic at all, so I'm always impressed. I love. So
Anyone can do that, actually.
I don't know. You're pretty talented. So I enjoy living vicariously through your artistic endeavors.
I think actually after my brain injury, I became better at painting. I was looking at my high school stuff, and I was like, it's not that good.
Huh, interesting.
Except for I used to do more charcoal and like really fine pencil stuff, like with faces, and those are better.
Like really detailed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That was amazing. Thanks for sharing.
I can hardly hear now. I
Oh.
wonder. I'm just gonna see because I can't hear.
Okay.
I don't know if it's me or.
I don't know. I have my new headphones. My new speakers up. I should be pretty loud.
But. I was just about to put on my earphones, and now I can hear.
Oh, okay. That'll work too. But so everything seems to be going okay as far as like I know therapy's been really hard, but it's been really great.
Yeah, I decided not to do my EMDR yesterday. I just wasn't in there. You have to sort of be in a certain
space.
Yeah, and I wasn't there, so I decided that it wasn't proper to dive into where we were going for the target.
Yeah.
So we discussed other things. So
and that's really smart of you because we have to be in that resilient zone. We have to be able to. Also, it's exhausting, so we have to feel like that day we feel strong enough to do it. So I'm really proud of you for making that decision.
After I did my first target the first time, we only had about an hour appointment, and she had to go into someone else's office and take her client there because I had problems with my eyes leaking.
Yes.
And she came back and spent another hour with me because of the processing.
Yeah.
You know how because she couldn't leave me like that. We had to finish basically the reprocessing.
Yeah.
So EMDR, it's really good actually. Like we finished that target and we even discussed it yesterday because she wanted to make sure that where my mind wasn't because of that. Yeah. But it wasn't really that, I don't think. It's just I'm having too many flashbacks. I was in my way to a friend's house and I actually was cross paths with my ex, so that kind of brought up extra flashbacks for me and negative space. So
well, I'm glad that it's going well and everything, and keep me posted on it. I know we talk anyway. I always feel like I keep up with a lot of you, so I'm like I already kind of know what's going on, but we'll have you on again so you can tell us kind of how it's going. I know a lot of people are concerned about EMDR, so it's nice for me to like check in with you and hear how it's going and like taking your time with it and taking breaks when you need to. Yeah.
They're asking what it is.
Oh, I can talk about it when we're done. I'll explain, you guys. Just give me a minute. But yeah, I think that's really great.
I think I saw that you had a video on it.
Yeah, I do. But it's good to see you again, Sarah. Yeah. Thanks for keeping us updated.
Sure. Oh yeah, Sophie P posted a link for you.
Okay, perfect. And Sheepishness and Sophie P, they just posted the link to the video about EMDR. Yeah. Well, enjoy the rest of your night. Yeah.
You too. Cheers.
Yeah, good to see you, Sarah. Isn't she just the sweetest? I always feel like I get to keep up with a lot of you Kenyans and what's going on in your lives, but it's nice for you to get to see them and hear as well, because sometimes, you know, the conversations I have are like on messages or DMs and things like that. But for those of you who are wondering, EMDR, there's a video I have. I know they've linked it in the chat, but also just a quick short floop of what it is. It's called, it's like bilateral stimulation. Of course, Cher, we're guesting every 25,000 likes. So EMDR is eye movement resensitization. Wait.
Rapid eye movement.
It's rapid. No, that's like REM. Why am I having trouble with this? It stands for eye movement reprocessing, or no, desensitization and reprocessing. Jesus criminy Christ, you guys. What? How did I forget? Not that I really forgot. It's just in my head I keep switching the R and the D. Woo! Hit the hills! Hit the hills, you guys! Woo, 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 woo! Yay, yay, thanks, Michelle. Hey, smashing that like button. Woo, 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 woo! Yay, yay, yay! So anyways, EMDR is when they do bilateral stimulation, meaning left to right movement, and it helps process through traumatic events. But you have to stay in the resilient zone, meaning not fight, flight, or freeze. So no dissociation. You have to stay present and in the moment. So that's a little snippet. Thanks, Sarah, for the likes. Anyways, that's kind of how that works, and that's what that is. Is Sean taking song requests? Susanna wants to know. Oh, he says, I guess I am. So anyways, yeah, Jess, I have a video about it, so you can watch it if you want more information about EMDR. Okay, I'm glad you're back, Emily B. We missed you too. And Michelle H. is caffeinated at the moment. Look out. Okay, I know, me too, Jessa. Jess Ambrose, not Jessa. She was saying, I love seeing everybody's talents. Okay, are there any Kenyans? That's an amazing question. DNDA, am I right? DND, am I right? For people from Kenya, that would be awesome if you have any Kenyans. Oh, Manda Moo, we did that on the couch with Sean. It was a live stream. When did we do it? 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, I think.
Does anybody remember which one it was? We did it on a live stream and it's on YouNow now. Can you believe it? We could probably like call it that. Like, woo, hit the hills, you guys! Woo, 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 share! Woo, woo, woo! The hills are alive with the I don't Sean shooting the cannon.
I don't
Thanks,
care if
Anna
the can doesn't
Lucia.
exist anymore. I'm doing it.
I love it. It's time to guest already. Now since, and Cher, you're at the top. Let's get Cher on here. See how she's doing. Let's see if we can catch up with her. Be our guest. Be our guest. We're going to do lots of guesting today, you guys.
Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
Good.
Happy Friday.
Thanks, and happy birthday to me.
Oh, yes. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Confetti, do you want a giveaway? Maybe we do a giveaway. Well, is there anything you'd like? We have mermaid. We've got fidget toys. You got a t-shirt this month.
I got the squirrel tea.
Oh, you got the
infuser.
squirrel t-shirt. Oh, no, you're not
Yeah.
on my month. I can send you some cute socks.
It's funny, the squirrel tea infuser was my excuse to get myself loose tea finally.
Oh,
Well, and
perfect.
the funny thing is, I thought about sending loose leaf tea, but it kind of looks like marijuana.
Yeah.
That will make it.
Yeah.
So yay! I'm glad you got to get some loose leaf tea. Isn't it just cute and just turn
Yeah.
it in there? I thought.
Yeah.
It was
My parents came down from New Jersey. I'm in Tennessee, and I showed them that tonight. I was like, look what Katie sent me.
Huh?
So
That's so cute. Yeah, Monique, one of our Patreon patrons, she's in Australia, and hers got intercepted by the people. I was like, I didn't even put the loose leaf tea in it.
that's funny.
Yeah. So how is everything going for you?
It's going good. My parents got here on Thursday, and they're leaving tomorrow. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Nice. So
Um,
is that good? I assume.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's good. They come down about every 2 months to see my son, and obviously me too, but they come down more often because of him.
Yeah.
So.
A lot more changes with us when we're little, you know? And
Yeah.
at least because even with my niece, I want her to know who I am, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, it's funny. My son hardly ever sees my grandmother, but he'll see a picture of her and he'll know right away who she is.
That's so
So,
cute. That's what they want, you know?
yeah.
So, yay. So what can we give you for your birthday? Let us give you something.
Pair of socks?
Pair of socks?
Sure.
Do you have a preference? They're both cute. They're just dogs, and I like that it shows their fuzzy tummies.
Yeah, it's funny. The gray ones.
Okay. You got it, Cher.
Thanks.
So tell me what your birthday was. Did you get any fun gifts? Did you do anything fun? Do you eat a favorite food?
My son gave me a paper crane that one of the instructors at his daycare gave him.
Oh, that's cute.
He gave me that. My mom bought me shoes on Zappos. And sent them here, and like I opened the box because I totally forgot that she told me not to open the box until they got here. So, but didn't really get anything else. We're more so celebrating tomorrow because my boyfriend has off of work tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
So.
Well, then let me know what happens. Keep us posted. Are you going out to dinner or anything, do you think? Or
we're having like a lunchtime kind of party because my parents are gonna leave in the afternoon to head up to New Jersey because I played D&D Dungeons and Dragons online with a group, and we do it Saturdays at 7:00. So my parents were like, "Oh, well, we're not gonna get to spend time with you at that point anyway, so we might as well just leave early."
Yeah.
So we're doing a lunchtime thing.
Nice. Well, take some pictures and tag me or send them to me so I can see what your birthday lunch event is. Yeah,
it was funny. We celebrated with my boyfriend's family a couple days ago, and so now today when I told him it was my birthday, my son Riley, that it was my birthday, he's like, "No, Mama, you already had your birthday."
Oh, it was 2 days ago. the party. That's cute.
Yeah. So.
You're so funny. How exciting. Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I hope you get spoiled rotten. And now you get socks to go with your new shoes.
Yeah.
We're so practical here, you know.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you.
You too. Do
you have any questions or anything? I don't want to...
No. I just thought I'd, see if I could chat. So.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you could. It's good to see you.
You too.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Of course. Bye, Shar.
Bye.
Or Cher. I always say Shar because of my brain, but it's Cher. I know it's Cher, like Sunny and Cher. That's what I've told myself.
All right, we're going to shake it off for a second.
Okay. We're shaking it off. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, Music Lover Forever graduated a week ago and starting college in August. Yay, yay, yay. So many things happening, you guys. Okay, Sean loves this song, by the way, you guys. Okay. Emily's asking, should I stop trauma work and therapy if it's making my eating disorder behaviors worse? The truth about it is that we don't necessarily have to stop. But what we can do and what we should do is tell our team what's happening. And our team being like our therapist, our psychiatrist, all of our people who are helping us, our treatment team, we always call them a team, let them know what's going on. Because the sooner we tell them, then the sooner we can either slow down the trauma treatment or maybe ramp up some of the eating disorder treatment stuff. Maybe that means that we need to bring a dietitian on board, or maybe it means that we need a little higher level of care. I don't know. But the sooner we tell them, the better we can get treatment. Like the sooner and the more quickly we can get things going for you so that you don't feel like you're like sliding backwards and the eating disorder is getting stronger. You know what I mean? So that would be my advice to that. Also, before I forget, you guys, I don't know the exact dates, but do any of you live in the Seattle area? I'm coming for you. I'm going to do a meet and greet at the end of July in Seattle. So stay tuned for that. So if any of you, I know I come visit home a lot and I don't. Surprise! And I don't always do meet and greets because it's part of like my vacation time with my family. But this time, woo, Sophie Joe, I gotta get my cowbell. It's under all the goods. Oh, it's hooked. It's hooked. So I will be coming to Seattle. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and on Instagram, even Snapchat. Those are the places that if any of you follow me on there, that's where I put out information. It's the easiest way for me to disseminate all the information. So I will come and visit you if you live in that area. So it'll be in Seattle somewhere, probably like at a coffee shop or a hotel lobby or somewhere that's kind of easy for us to sit and chat, maybe at a park. Yeah, so anyways, it'll be towards the end of July, dates TBD, but just wanted to let you know. I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh, and the Aussie trip, I haven't planned completely, Emily, but, oh, Emily's on, yay! I do.
You're about to guess someone again.
I am about to guess somebody, but actually first we have to do the giveaway.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So maybe okay. So we have a lot of things to do, but as far as Australia, I haven't planned anything other than the fact that I'm staying an extra week. So Sean and I are coming in for VidCon, and we'll stay an extra week after that, so we can just kind of hang out.
At which point we may or may not kidnap a wombat.
Did you hear him? You guys may kidnap. It kind of looks scary. I mean, even my little stuffed one over here, it's got some claws.
Carly has requested it.
She wants a wombat?
Or something like that.
Or you want a wombat, Carly? Only because I love you, maybe.
Wombat man.
Maybe I'll share my little plushy Russell. He's very nice.
I'm wombat man.
I want wombat. A wombat man. Oh my god. Okay. Okie dokie. I know. Sheepish is hashtag wombat man. Okay, Green Eyed says, any advice on how to stop reliving your past? I think the best way is honestly to talk through it in therapy. Reliving something and feeling like it's cycling, or we have flashbacks, it can feel like we're back in that space and it's happening to us again. We can have body memories where it feels physically like it's happening to us again. Any of those things, they're very normal when we've been through trauma or we've been through just a hard time in our life. Especially I find in my self-hate video, I talked about this. If we've done something that we thought was like harmful, hurtful to others, we may like keep reliving that situation and the bad thing we did or the bad thing we said. And so it's very normal for us to feel like we're reliving the past over and over. And the best way to get out of that cycle is to see a therapist and start talking about it. And that could be a trauma specialist if that's something that's happened to you, or it could just be talk therapy. You guys hit the hills! Woo! Whoa, 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 whoa! Jay Lynn is smashing that like button! Whoa, 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 whoa! Thank you, Jalen, for all the likes. Hit the hills. It's another guest time already. But first, we have to do a giveaway. Okay, so what should we do? So we have a lot of things, but I can't share with you the shirts from last month yet. So I'm sorry.
I know, those shirts are cool.
Those shirts are very cool.
Super cool.
And truth be told, Sean does help with the design quite a bit. Because when I get your designs, then, if any of you want to send me designs, I heard from somebody, thanks Anna Lucia, is it Lucia? Lucia, let us know. But when I get your designs, then we have to make it in a really high-res version, and so Sean helps out with that. So I would just, if any of you want to send a design, send it to info@katymorton.com. Woo! Okay. So, this is... Oh my god. Do you guys know this song? This is one of my favorite songs from back in the day. Window so dark you need a flashlight to see me. It's like...
Capture that moment.
I don't even want to tell you guys how many of the lyrics I know of this song. So we have our little man that holds all of the cool twistable crayons. You guys. We have one pair of socks left. Yay! We've got we got a couple t-shirts left from last month. Katie can spit some lyrics sometimes, mainly when it comes to gangster rap or country songs. So, we even have this cute little guy, and I still don't fully understand, but he has little moods, and he has these little things that come with him, and if somebody wants this cute little, I'll send it all together. We've got a couple head massagers still left, if you guys remember. I gave one to Larry when he was here, and he loved it. Oh my god. And I was like, good, it's not just me. Oh, you guys remember? We've got the turtle, Myrtle the turtle. I don't know what his real name is.
Myrtle the turtle.
He's Myrtle to me.
His
name is Pebbles. Remember Sheldon? Ooh, okay. We've got that. We've got so many things. It gets hard for me to see it all.
I think Rachel's on the bus right now.
Oh, is she? Okay, fidget spinners. There are fidget spinners. There's even like a snake puzzle thing you put together that's kind of like a fidgety thing. Okay, who wants to win it? We can pick what it is, but let's just pick somebody. Pick somebody. Myrtle is better. I know, Emily. I like it. It's so cute. Okay. There are coloring books, but I'm saving those for, well, I guess they could come this time. We have a couple of things. Here, let me pull some stuff out so I can show you. We've got the life-changing magic of fuck you. It's awesome. N is for namaste, bitches. It's all alphabetical. M is for motherfuckers. It's amazing. We have that one. Ooh, what's this thick one? Oh, it's one of those, like, spot the difference. Amazing photographic puzzles. Something to, like, distract you. This is a good one, too. We've got a lot of things, you guys. So, who should win this time? What do we think? Pyro Pixie, we've got a vote. Chloe is wanting it. Pyro Pixie, me. Pyro Pixie, you're our winner. Woo! Our first winner, Pyro Pixie. I'm writing it down, Pixie, so I don't forget. Okay, Pyro Pixie, what would you like? We have a couple of these t-shirts left, the ones from last month that say beautiful. But I think there's a double XL and I think an extra large and a triple XL.
I mean, that's just good PJs right there.
It is really good PJs. Yeah, it's a double XL, triple XL, and an XL. There's also Pyro. You have to let me know what you want, Pyro Pixie. There's Myrtle the Turtle, aka I don't even know what his name was. Pebbles, I think it was. There's this cute game that I'm not 100% sure about. The Mood Gleam. You get to pick their mood. Oh, bye, Sarah. You have a wonderful night, too. It's really good to see you.
Bye, Sarah.
That's so awesome. I want a shirt. Okay, perfect. Perfect, Pyro Pixie. What size would you like? XL, double XL, or 3XL? You let me know, and I will pop that in the mail for you. 50. Okay, you got it. You got it, honey. Okay, this is the one. This is yours. It's coming your way. Okay, let me pop this stuff. I gotta put... Ooh, you heard my cowbell. It preemptively went off on its own. It's got a mind of its own. Okay, I gotta write the names because I gotta write Shar's on there too. Or Cher. Shar. Damn it. Damn it, Cher. Shar.
Share.
It's Shar. And I keep... Or it's Cher, like Sunny and Cher, but I keep saying the wrong thing. Okay, and let's see. Pyro Pixie. So I know that I have Cher's address, but Pyro Pixie, I don't have yours. So if you could send it to me, either on Patreon, if you're a patron, or if you I'm getting hot, you guys. Whew. Okay, let's let the head air out for a minute. Okay, and then so send it either to Patreon or info@katymorton.com. You can send your address there, and I will pop that in the mail for you. Okay. Oh, and I'll answer a question, then we got to guess somebody. So Steffi says, is it normal for flashbacks to cause you to vomit? We can have visceral responses. Visceral meaning like this physical, like, oh, like we're overcome with something that's happened to us. And if we have a flashback and we feel like we're back in that space, I've had, it can cause panic attacks. It can cause us to hyperventilate. It can cause us to vomit. And it's something that I would definitely let your team know, because what that means is that it's so intense and the flashbacks are so terrible that it's causing you to have a physical reaction. So let them know, okay? Okay, let's guess. Allie B, you're up next, and Denise, you're after that. I'm just going right in order, you guys. If you wonder how I'm doing it, you'll see where you sit in the queue, and I will just... Hi, lady.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
Do you like my hat? You have one too, right?
I love it. Yeah. I don't have it on, but yeah.
I just found, because I was cleaning my desk, because my desk was like a hot mess, and I had the letter from the package, and I was like, ooh, so I put it in my little bin where I keep all of my things.
Yeah.
So what's going on with you? Catch us up.
Nothing. I've just been working. I didn't have a question.
You don't have to have a question.
Well, I do have a question.
Oh, you do? I thought you said you didn't. I'm like, we can just hang out? No pressure.
Well, so,
yes.
my assignment like for therapy, has been to notice when I like dissociate or whatever.
Yeah.
But I have to pay attention to what I'm thinking or feeling, but I don't know how to do that when
That's
I'm like
normal. That's why you
out.
dissociate.
So how am I supposed to do that?
I would, okay, so I'm gonna tell you like I'm your therapist and we're like having this conversation when you come back to me and you're like, I can't do this. I would say it's perfectly normal. What that means is feeling, and I'm just guessing, but feeling anything is, we're not even able to tap in. It's too much and we dissociate. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what happens to a lot of my clients is when I tell them to do something like, because it's me kind of testing the waters to see, can you feel the feeling a little first and understand what happened and then do you dissociate or does it just happen? It sounds like for you, it just happens. We're like, I don't know. And so I would tell her that and say, I'm not even able to realize, like, it just happens. I don't even know what I'm feeling. And then in therapy, see if you can, because this sometimes can help, is to track back right before that happened. So if you can remember before the dissociation, like what was going on, was it stress? Was it, did you have a flashback? Did something else instigate it? And try to notice that first. That's usually like the first step. Is that making sense at all? Am I just rambling? Because it's normal for us not to be able to do it. Like, essentially, she's getting too close to it. And that's why you're like, no idea. So we have to take another step backwards.
Okay.
Like before it. And then we can slowly creep closer and closer because I think going back farther from it and noticing those emotions, maybe, does she use feelings charts with you?
She has like 1 or 2 times.
Okay, yeah, because maybe ask to have those again. Like maybe she can print out some more for you or you can make some copies. And then I would have you in session go back to the times before and then circle them and talk about them that way. Because it can feel kind of empowering, I find, to be able to circle things and like, yes, that was how I felt. Because I don't know if you experienced this, but some of my clients that felt like you did, where it like goes quickly and I don't know, and I'm dissociated and I couldn't tell you, that can be frustrating. And so it's sometimes nice to go back and then know that, yes, I can do it. I just can't do it that close to it. Ooh.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Bless
You okay, Sean?
He has the loudest sneeze. When we started dating, I'd be like, that's so loud. But give that a try. Let me know, Allie. Let me know if that helps at all. Because that's kind of how I do is like, if it feels like it's too close to the instance, we're going to have to backtrack and figure out what happened before. And that's very normal. Don't think that you're not doing anything wrong. Nothing's wrong with you. It's just like part of your process and figuring out where your resilient zone is before we kick, or actually kick down to freeze, but like we kick out of it, you know.
And sometimes it happens even like in the middle of a conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, boop.
Yep. You're like, bye-bye. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
I like how we're going, but.
Yeah, but it's okay. A lot has happened. Do you know what I mean? And we often don't, when it's been so unsafe for so many years to tap into anything because everything feels bad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then any experience that we have in life that wouldn't even seem to be quote unquote bad or scary can push us out because it's always been unsafe. And so that's why we're kind of tracking you out away from those instances to see if we can grow the space that's safe. Does that even make sense?
Yeah, it does.
I know it's kind of hard, but that's really what you're doing. It's like you're working a new muscle. That muscle being like Resiliency Zone. And until we kind of figure out, because even if you have only a sliver of it, we'll figure out where that sliver is and start expanding it. But yeah, just be honest with your therapist and be like, I got nothing for you.
And she wants me to make a list, and I'm like, I have nothing.
Still nothing. Yeah. And that's okay. I would just say, it's too close to the event. I don't have any idea. And you could even say, like, if you ever mention me, be like, I talked to Katy, and she says maybe it's every feeling's unsafe. And so another thing you can do, just another tip with her, or something I do with my clients, is having them rate emotions. And I know that sounds weird, but it's like, which ones are the scariest or the most overwhelming to you? And then we move into the ones that are easier. Like, because even I have clients who, like, being excited is not, it'll send them out. It's not a good, bad emotion thing. It's just too much.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, and so you can kind of start with maybe some feeling words that feel safer, not so disruptive, I guess, or dysregulating. And do some work in those zones and to help you feel empowered. And that kind of flexes that muscle. Then we're like, well, I can feel bored. Usually that's a safe one. That's why I'm throwing that out there. Bored is like my client's favorites. They're like, oh yeah, I can be bored. So we start with something like that. And like, when do I feel bored? What makes me feel bored? Is it when I don't have anything to do? Is it when I've been busy and then I have a break? It sounds silly, but we're just working that feeling muscle where it's like, I can feel, I can identify it. And then, we'll try another one. So see if that helps. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes I'm like, I know I'm rambling, but yeah, it'll get better. I've seen it happen. Don't worry. It's completely okay to be like, I have no list for you.
Yeah, I have no list.
Yeah, that's okay. Just let her know why. Be like, I tried and no list.
I got nothing.
Yeah. But keep me posted, okay?
Okay.
I'm taking requests.
Oh, Sean's taking requests. Any musical requests, Alan?
Whatever your heart desires.
Yeah, whatever your heart desires. Sing your song, Sean. Any other questions, Karen?
Nope.
Okay. Well, let me know if it helps. It's good to see your face.
You too.
Okay.
Bye.
Talking long. And that is normal, guys, and it's really hard. But it's something that we all have to learn because there's always, you guys know, I don't like the emotion anger, that feeling. Makes me want to hit the hills. So everybody has emotions and feelings that are not comfortable.
That's a good question.
And so you have to like start working on it and start like getting in there little by little, no matter how far away it may feel. If anger is one of those emotions, you're like, oh my God, I dissociate. Then you could start with maybe just like irritated, or you could back out even more. Like I said, start with bored. We can do that. Okay. So we've got a good question I heard. Word on the street is that Rachel asked a question. Can you explain dissociation a little? Like how to know if you have been doing it. If remembering things is the problem, how can I remember that you did? Oh, sorry, Denise. We only have about 15,000 more likes and then we'll guest you. You're up next, it looked like. Bummer. Maybe next time. Okay, so Rachel, explaining dissociation a little. So dissociation, for those of you who don't know, first of all, I have many videos on. I have a video on derealization, depersonalization, because this is all part of the same kind of realm. I have a video just on dissociation itself. And dissociation is when, so the best way, and Alexa's going to be back on the channel, by the way, guys. I've gotten lots of comments being like, when's she going to be back on? We just have to schedule our film day. But when she talks about the resiliency zone, right, like this is where we can reprocess trauma, is right in the middle. Above is fight or flight. Like, I got to run away. I'm going to scream and fight and yell. And the bottom being freeze, which is when we dissociate and we like kick ourselves out. And that's when we don't remember things. And so that's what dissociation is. And traumas can cause it. Like Allie's like working through things in therapy and like feelings in certain situations and even things that we don't even know what happened, but we just dissociated. And the way to know that to answer Rachel's question, because she's asking like, if remembering things is the problem, how can you remember you did? The truth is you won't remember that you dissociated, but you will notice that you don't have any memory for chunks of your day. And so what helps us to notice that, Rachel, is to like start journaling about our days. It doesn't have to be a lot about what happened that day necessarily, but just little bullet points of like, I got up and got in the shower and I made breakfast and I, got my daughter up or whatever. We write down all the little things that we did and we notice where there are holes. Because if we start thinking through our day, we should, most of us who don't struggle with dissociation should be able to recollect, 90% of it easily. Like, oh, I did this and this and this and this. And then what did I do at that time? Oh yeah. And then, but if we can't remember those and we can't recall it, then that tells you when it's happened. Okay? I hope that helps. Keep me posted. Okie dokie. Yeah, and losing time, like Tori E. Yeah, losing time is a big red flag, and missing time in general. Thanks, Sheepishness, for putting it in. Why do I feel tipsy without alcohol? Ooh, Roxy, talk to your doctor. Are you on any medications? That can be a side effect of that. Also, it could be dehydration, or there's a bunch of different things. Talk to your doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm just a licensed therapist. Talk to somebody, because that would be why you'd feel that way. Okay, let's see. Jenny Bean says, can you be force-fed or IV'd if you refuse to eat, even if you're obese? Yes. They can NG tube you, I think is what they call it. Like, they're going to put a feeding tube in you. Because underweight or overweight doesn't really matter. Our body still needs energy each and every day to function. If we're not eating, they can still do that. And that's in the hospital level, of course. And it's something that will happen just because not eating is really dangerous and it can be really harmful to our body and our system as a whole. And so they may let you go for a day and then, or two, and then force you to have a tube. Okay. And I hope that none of us have to deal with that, because it's really terrible and I hate it, but it's just a way to keep you safe and protect your body. Yeah. And those suck. Agreed, Sadie girl. Sadie, I sent your card to Sadie Girl, aka. I thought you might think that was funny. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I know, I'm sorry, Strawberry. I wish the answer would be no, but I wish we didn't need feeding tubes, but sometimes when we can't help ourselves, the medical people have to help us. Okay. Let's see. Michelle Rodriguez, I think, am I saying that right? She says, can you dissociate worse on a certain medication? Medications wouldn't, talk to your doctor, first of all. From my knowledge, based on my experience with clients being on medications don't make the dissociation worse, but medications cannot help anything. And the side effects can be disheartening, they can be upsetting, and that it's in and of itself can cause more dissociation. So just making sure you're on the right medication for you, that you express any discontent you have with any side effects, and you let them know anything you're experiencing, then that hopefully will get you the help and the medication that you need. Okay, let's see. Oh, thanks, Ronnie. Ronnie for the likes. Woo, 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 you guys. Okay. Okay, Roxy's asking, sorry, I'm reading, there's a bunch of questions. The chat is out of control. Control the scroll. It says, I watched a vid the other day, a video that said BPD, meaning borderline personality disorder, was like being borderline psychotic and neurotic. Is that true? That sounds honestly like somebody that doesn't actually have a degree or work in the field, but someone who is spouting terms that sound negative and, again, talking poorly about BPD people. We can have psychosis associated with a lot of different mental illnesses, and I'll be talking about that in a video that's coming out soon. But no, BPD is not like being borderline neurotic or psychotic. BPD is when we have emotional volatility, meaning it feels like our emotions run us, and that can make us feel very sensitive to people. Like emotional burn victims is a term I've used in the past that I really feel can help you understand how life can be experienced from someone who has BPD. And so no, I do not correlate those. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Allie's saying I experienced psychosis recently. It was freaky as fuck. And it's true. It's really, really scary. And psychosis isn't something that happens like on its own. I know it's going to sound really weird, but psychosis usually comes along. It's like a little buddy, a scary buddy that comes along with other mental health issues. So we can have psychosis that comes along with our depression and it jumps on top with that. We can have psychosis with bipolar disorder. When we get manic, it can come along with that. When we get depressed, it can come along with that. And so psychosis can come at any time. So know that no, it doesn't make you crazy. It's just part of your mental illness, and it's because it's gone untreated is usually why that happens, or there's an intense trigger. Okay. Emily B says, will I be able to pay to just be tattooed? Oh, I'll be able to pay to just be tattooed soon. That you wrote for me. Oh, that's so exciting, Emily. I wrote something out for her in my handwriting that she wanted, so you have to send me a picture. I'm so excited. Yay! Sheep is on it today. Sheep is on it every day, I feel like. Thank you, sheepishness. Woo woo. Okay. I didn't see, okay, Inner Moonlight's asking, did you see Katy Perry's therapy session? People were talking about that, and I didn't see it because she live streamed, and she was like sleeping. I don't know. I watched like a hot minute and thought it was weird. She was very interesting as a person too, but what was it like? Did you guys hear about this? Did you know what it said? Is it something I should try to watch and find out and do a video about? I just thought the whole thing was weird, and so I didn't really continue the live streaming because I thought it was kind of odd. And I do find that often, like, actual celebrities what they're showing us isn't something that you or I are actually going to experience because their life is just so different from ours, right? Like, I can walk out and nobody knows who I am. And I don't have paparazzi other than Sean sometimes when he's taking a picture. And I'm like, that's why a lot of my photos have funny faces. Hi, honey. He's got his little hand. I don't see it in the camera.
Oh.
You think it's worth watching? It's on YouTube? Okay. Well, I'll check it out and I'll see. But that therapist was a crack. He was talking rubbish. And that's the thing. It's like, you know, a therapist was a little odd. That's awesome. Okay. Well, I'll check it out. You guys. Thanks, Emily, for the likes. Woo, woo, woo. So I'll check it out. I'll let you know if I think it's worthy of doing a video about it. I'll do another video. Because like I said, I've been doing some stuff that's in the news. Shit has been happening in the news always. So, yeah, anyway. Yeah, it's just weird that she did that. I agree. Because I can't imagine being in therapy and then wanting people to, like, watch me in therapy.
There is a good video, though.
Thanks, Ronnie. Woo, woo, woo.
The Therapist, it's a series. Is that what Katy Perry did?
No.
Because remember this one?
Yes, on Vice. Do you guys know Vice?
So good.
Viceland? Sean's going to put the link in. It's really cool. Vice did a whole series about the therapist.
Young Moz in it. And then
Corey Taylor, Young
from
Moz.
Slipknot. And it's a really good interview.
It's really good interviews is really what it is. But they're interviewed by a therapist. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Yes. It's very cool. We've really enjoyed it. So you have to check that out. But yeah, I think it's just odd that she did that. And I was going to say something and now I totally forgot. It slipped my mind. It'll come back. Okay, so LS Pierce asking, what is victim blaming? I mean, it would be what it sounds like. And I don't know how else to really describe it to you other than the fact that, like, for instance, I'll give you an example because I think it's better to be described, like, when something happens and what's going on. When let's say I was robbed, okay? I was robbed at gunpoint. I was at my car. And instead of someone saying, oh, that's so terrible, Katie, I'm so sorry. Someone's like, well, you probably shouldn't have been out that late, you know, and you had a nice purse, so you were just asking someone to rob you. That would be victim blaming. Because instead of saying, well, that person's a garbage human that shouldn't be here and oh my God, that's terrible, I'm so sorry for you, that must have been so traumatizing, they instead blame you. Like you're blaming the victim. That would be like when people say a girl was raped, well, she was dressed scantily, you know, and she was sexually promiscuous, so she had it coming. Like what? What? No. If anybody says that to you, they're garbage. I don't like that at all. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. Okie dokie. Jessica says, any ways not to randomly cry at times? I know you made a video about this a while ago, but I don't have anyone to talk to. What do I do? If we are crying a lot, and I'll even make this personal. If I'm very tearful, I'm always very tearful, by the way. But if for me, my norm of tearfulness is like, oh, something touching happens and I cry. I can't help myself. If I get excited, if I have like a good thing happen in my life, I cry. Something good happens to Sean, I cry. So I get tearful a lot, period. But for me, if it's like things that it's like a commercial, or I read a card and oh, thanks, Emily. Woo, woo, woo. And so I, do all sorts of normal things and they make me tearful, then I know I need to see a therapist because that means I need to get back into see Jana ASAP because I'm maxed out. And so I always think when we're tearful a lot and we feel like it's out of control and it's happening off and on and we don't even really know why, please speak to someone, reach out, talk to someone. There's always someone to talk to, whether it's finding a therapist in your area, talking to a really good friend that you can trust, talking to a family member you can trust who cares about you. Any of those things are all really good, viable options. So please reach out, please talk to someone so that you're reminded that you're not alone. Even hop on the website and just say, hey, I was having a shit day and I felt like crying. Instead, I got into chat. Don't worry, new chat rules and new video about chat will be coming soon. But keep it positive, people. Keep it happy. Make it like a live stream like this where we're just so excited. We're so excited. So it's more of like a happy place where we can lift people up. You got it? Okay. Let's see. Sheepishness says, I keep getting panic attacks when I run into my old school counselor. What do I do? Like short of it, stay tuned for my anxiety workbook, which is coming out ASAP as soon as we can find a layout that we like and do some time lapse. But in the meantime, I think working on your watch my video about exposure therapy. I know it sounds terrible, but I promise it will work. because if you're having panic attacks whenever you see them, that means that they're the trigger, or something that happened with them, that's the trigger. So I would make sure that you use that in the exposure therapy when you work on your hierarchy of fear and panic and stuff like that. And then you start building, doing some of the techniques in your head, imagining that you see her, imagining that you walk by, and all that stuff, and helping calm yourself down. Check that out, okay? It'll help. Okay, you might as well be a ghost, Carly. Why? Wombat man.
Wombat man.
Wombat man. Okay. Elizabeth, how to deal with seeing your therapist in public. Should I do a video about this? Because I think maybe, have I done a video about this? I feel like I've talked about it before, but the truth is, when you see a therapist in public, we as therapists cannot say hi to you. And I used to be much better. I used to always say this at my first appointment with any client, and I'm sure I've forgotten to say that to some of my clients recently, just because you kind of forget and you get in the groove. But it's important to know that if I see my clients in public, I will not say hi. Not because I'm being a total asshole, but because it's their confidentiality. And let's say I say hi, and then they meet up with a friend that walks in like, oh, how do you know her? Who's that? I haven't seen her around. Then you're stuck to either in a place where you have to say, oh, it's just a friend from work, or like you have to lie, or say, oh, that's my therapist, and that's not good, because that's you then having to break your confidentiality. Does that make sense? And so therefore, if you see your therapist in public, know that you can completely ignore us. I'm not offended. That is completely fine. Or you can come up and say hi, but we won't approach you. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's see. Okay.
All right.
Yes, and Rachel's right. Being worried about having a panic attack brings them on. Isn't that the craziest thing? It's like, thanks, Ronnie. Woo, woo, woo. Smashing that like button. You guys, if we get to 150, we do a coloring book giveaway, and 200, 5 cards go out. Bye, music lover forever. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so, yeah, worry causes worry. And that just is crazy. It drives me crazy. Thanks, Allie B, for smashing that like button. Okay. Okay, Danny says, Katie, I'm going to a neuropsychiatrist for the first time next week. What should I expect? I'm really nervous. In my experience, I've only worked with one. Okay, so my N in my study is very small. But a neuropsychiatrist is someone who usually does a lot more assessments. So they'll make you fill out a lot of sheets because they're going to want to know more in depth about your sleep habits, about your anxiety level, what causes, thanks Letitia, whoa, 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 what causes your anxiety. They're going to ask about all that stuff. And they may even, and it depends on which one you see, do like an EEG, which is like they put a little cap on your noggin, and it hooks up to the computer, and it gives like little waves telling like the functionality of your brain and what parts of your brain, when you do certain things, are activated or not activated. And so I would just, know that that's kind of what it is. They usually spend a lot more time with you. Like you get a whole hour usually. Potentially more if they do the EEG. It's not as scary as you think it's going to be. Think of it kind of like a mix between a doctor's appointment and a psychiatrist's appointment. I know psychiatrists are doctors, but you know what I mean? Like it's like a GP appointment mixed with a psychiatry appointment. And it's really helpful, and it can actually really, really help you better get diagnosed and better get treatment. Steffi, yes, I'll try to guest. We haven't reached our next goal to guest anybody yet, so I will definitely try to guest people, and I'll guest you as in much of order as I can. If you see yourself in the queue, you'll know, like Denise was supposed to be next when I looked in there last time. It looks like, yeah, Denise is still up there. So if we get to 125,000, then, of course, Danny, then she'll be up next, and then we'll work our way through.
What is everyone up to this weekend?
Yeah, what are you guys doing this week?
Some suggestions.
Are you bored? Are you bored with me? Thanks, Ronnie. Is it Ranny or Ronnie? I always say Ronnie Lumos. That's how I would say it, but... Oh, Elizabeth, if you want to guest, you hit the guest tab, and then it's like the green camera button. You hit that. Isn't that how you do it? I think so. I tried it once.
Cocktails at the harbor.
Ooh.
I like your suggestion.
We'll be right there.
I'm taking it as
you
one.
Hold. We'll be right there. You're sleeping through the weekend, working all weekend. Everybody's working for the weekend. Jalen's watching Orange is the New Black. Ooh, dog sitting flow. That is fun. I know it is Father's Day on Sunday. Does anybody have any fun things that they always do with their dads? Or, oh, Ronnie, right? So I was saying it right, Ronnie. Okay, cool. Top 18 on broadcasters, Alyssa. Thank you. We're getting so close. Okay, Going hiking tomorrow, going to Maine. That's awesome. Gina, are there other ways to deal with ADHD besides meds? There are. So I did a video a while back with a friend of mine, Mark Suster, and I did 2 videos. One is a shortened version, kind of like less than 5 minutes, I want to say, or 5 minutes around there. And then the other longer version is like 20 minutes, I want to say. And he talks about all the different things because he himself has ADHD. And so he talks about all the different treatment things he's done. And there are a lot of behavioral techniques. And a lot of people talk about diet and how it can affect you, like sugar. Too much sugar, carbs, or caffeine can cause our like energy to go and then down. And we can have like when our energy is up like that, we can feel like it's even more difficult to concentrate. And so he talks about that. So you might want to check out that video and then let me know if you have any follow-ups, because there are definitely ways to do it, but I'm not a doctor, and you'd have to talk to your doctor about that more. So I do the behavioral techniques, which can be really helpful, but everyone's going to be different. So if you want to see a therapist and work on that, you can do that too. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's cute, Steffi. To celebrate our dad's memory, we normally watch old home videos and make food for Father's Day. That's really nice. Oh, and Kerrigan's asking, how much access do you have to your own chart? Truth be told, there's a couple of things. So firstly, you can have access to your chart. That is completely up to you. That's something you can always ask for. You can always request your chart be sent to someone or take it yourself. We do, however, unless it's a court order, as a clinician, if I feel like your chart information is going to be really hard and really triggering, thanks, Steffi. Woo, woo, woo. If I feel like it's going to be really triggering or really hard for you to read or see or anything, then I can instead give you a summary of your chart. And that's something that I would put together and then I'd send out to you, or, give it to you or give it to your therapist or whatever. So yeah, you do have access to it, but as a way to protect your emotional health, we cannot give it all to you. But if you think that your therapist has done something that's wrong or incorrect or illegal or unethical, then you can still file, thanks, Ronnie. A chart is all of your, sorry, I didn't say, thanks, Sigrid, that's a good question. Your chart is just your records. So like your therapist, like as a therapist, I have a chart on each of my clients, meaning it's all the papers, all the notes I've taken, all of the information I've received from their other psychiatrists or psychologists or therapists they've seen in the past, from their doctor. It's where I keep record of everything we've kind of worked on. That's where I put their treatment plan. That's where I write in if I've consulted with someone else. And it's where I keep all your information. Okay? Oh, Michelle H. said, summary of your chart is still confusing. I have 19 pages of weird stuff. Yeah, it can be. That's why I don't really recommend people get their charts. I don't think it's ever helpful. I know that sounds really weird to say. It's such a definitive statement, but there's no time in your life when you're going to need to see your chart. If you have a problem, like you said, if I think they've done something illegal or unethical, you can file a complaint, file a report on them. And you might want your chart sent to your new therapist so they can get up to speed, but there's no reason for you to have it. It doesn't really help you. You already know what you've worked on in therapy. There's no need for you to read it from someone else's perspective when it's not done in a very soft manner. Like charts are very clinical, meaning, or I don't think clinical is the right word, very dry. It's like, client did not present with suicidal thoughts, period. Client talked about mother, period. It's like it's not a real story. It's just a way for me to quickly remember what we talked about last time and what the homework was so I can check in with you. Thanks, Jalen and Ronnie, for all the likes. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. Yes, I agree, Rachel. Parents that suffer from mental health issues are still good parents. I do concur. So anyways, yes, those are just... Oh, files. Yeah, you could say files. You could say it's your file. I think it's just because of the medical field, we get used to saying chart. It's like your chart. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Gina hated doing charting. I know. I'm not a big fan of taking notes, but I have to do it to, like, it's part of my job. Oh, hey, Jory. Jory's here. Could asking for a chart be good if you dissociate in session? It definitely could help, Roxy, but I think it'd be more beneficial for you to say, hey, I dissociated last session. Can you tell me what we went, what we talked about, what we worked on? And that would be how I'd approach it, because I'd want you to work with your therapist on that, because number one, they need to know that you're dissociating. Number two, it's important for you to know what you're working on and keep caught up, and it's a good conversation to have. Okay. Let's see, you guys. What other questions? Does depression, so Olivia's asking, does depression cause physical problem? Yes. Do I have a video about this? I believe I do, but they're called, I think it's somatic symptoms. Am I remembering that correctly? But it's essentially when our depression presents itself physically, meaning that we can get body aches, we can struggle to concentrate, it can feel like we have the flu or we're sick, we're just like super tired, it's hard to even get motivated. We can have a lot of like physical things that happen. Sex drives can go down, we can be not hungry, we can be more hungry, all sorts of things like that can happen. Yeah, psychosomatic. Okay, cool. Yes, I was. So yeah, thanks guys for letting me know. I was like, is this somatic? It is. So psychosomatic symptoms. And those are very common. So yes, that can happen. Okay, thanks Ronnie for the likes. Woo, woo, woo. Let's see. How do I tell my doctor I want off my meds? I don't want to take them, but I don't think she'll let me. Queen Maureen, I have a couple thoughts on this. Number one, listen to your team and hear them out. I know that a lot of us don't want to be on medication. And if it's not working for you and it's not helping, let them know that. It's okay to say that too. But know that there are options for you. You don't have to be on medication forever. You don't have to take something that's not helping you. But you do see professionals because you want their opinion, you want their help. So hear them out, express your discontent with what you're on, and see if you can come to some kind of an agreement where you understand each other and you're getting the help that you need and deserve. Because I know it's hard. I know that, that we don't want to be on medication forever, or we don't like the medication we're on, but we have to express that to them and know that hopefully you trust your team and you know that they have your best interest in mind. Because truthfully, medication, I bumped my table. Medication is something that we, that we sometimes have to be on when we're drowning in our symptoms and things. We can't help ourselves behaviorally, so we have to take medicine. Okay. You only just saw the tweet, Abby. Well, I'm glad you're able to pop in. We're live for another 10 minutes or so. Whew, it's toasty, you guys, up in here.
It is warm in here, right?
It's hot. It's hot in our house. Okay. Sydney is asked, what do I do if my friend outed me to our other group of friends, meaning she told people I was gay and I wasn't ready to come out to them? Whew, that's a hard one. Talk to that friend very sternly about how upsetting that was. This will be a nice practice in asserting yourself and having boundaries for yourself and what's okay and what's not okay for you. And that's a time to tell that friend how hurtful that was and how upsetting it was. And truthfully, since it wasn't your choice, you don't have to talk about it with the other friends. If they bring it up to you, I would encourage you to, prior to even seeing them, to practice what you would want to say, because I think it can be really helpful to be prepared. Also, check out my free LGBTQ+ workbook. I talk about coming out and the whole process and stuff like that. So then maybe use some of those tips and techniques to kind of get yourself to feel prepped for it in case they ask you. But because you didn't come out to them, talk to that friend and then know that you don't have to talk about it if you're not ready. Because that's and even if they bring it up, so-and-so, and be like, I don't really want to talk about that. I know it's going to be hard. They put you in a shit position. What a jerk. But we can practice asserting ourselves and holding boundaries, okay? Okay, this is a good question. Bay W asks, or is it Bay? I'm going to say Bay. You're my Bay. How can a diagnosis change over time? That's the question. Can a diagnosis change over time? It definitely can. We cannot meet the criteria for different diagnoses, as we work through things. Like PTSD can go away. Eating disorders can go away. We can overcome them and work through them. And we can also have different symptoms that pop up later that change that diagnosis as well, or add in something. And that's why, like I always say, the DSM or diagnoses, they aren't the end-all be-all. Not everyone's properly diagnosed. It doesn't make us who we are. It's just a part of something we're going through. And so knowing that it can always change just like we change and grow can be kind of good to know. Okay. Can bipolar go away? Katie and I are finally the same level. Oh, we're at the same level? Awesome. I still don't really understand the levels. Okay. Jen A says, can bipolar go away? The truth is that technically speaking, no. With medication and treatment, we can overcome it. But I still find, and this is just my experience, you guys, let me know in the chat. You can disagree. But My clients, honestly, even when they like, thanks, Ronnie, woo woo, they still, when they go off their medication, the mania or the depression will come back. Like something stressful will happen, there'll be an event, and it's like boom, and it will come back. And there are a lot of things that we can do. Wahid, you don't need to spam. I will try to get through as many questions as I can, so please don't spam through the whole chat, but I'll get to that too. So with regard to bipolar disorder, it doesn't just go away. With treatment, proper medication, it can subside so we don't have any symptoms. And some people do go off medication and are fine, but it's something we have to be very careful with, because there's a change in our brain. There's something that our brain is doing, and until our brain heals and doesn't do that thing anymore, then it's still going to be there. So I'd be very cautious. I'd be very careful. I'd talk to your team and know that it can get better and it can be more manageable. And the question that I forget the name already, was spamming, was can depression go away? And if it's situational, it definitely can. But if we're diagnosed with major depressive disorder, with treatment, just like bipolar disorder, with treatment, it can go away. With the proper medication or the proper therapy, it can go away. But just being aware of yourself and being aware of your symptoms, because it can come back. And so the more we know about ourselves, the more work we do in therapy, the less likely it is that it will come back. Okay, thanks, Bay, for the likes. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but okay. How is everybody doing today? Okay, difference between MDD and dysthymia. Olivia, it's just, honestly, for dysthymia, it's length. It's two things. It's length and depth. So it's the length of time that we've had it, because dysthymia is at least, I want to say it's a year in children and 2 years in adults, if my memory is serving me correctly, which sometimes it doesn't. It is Friday afternoon. So that's dysthymia. MDD is 2 weeks. But MDD is like more severe, more quickly, where dysthymia is just like, I'm not saying dysthymia doesn't feel like shit or anything, but it's a lower grade depression. And so it's like, it sucks, but we don't like have these deep pits where we aren't able to get out of bed, if we can't function for weeks on end. And we can kind of hover in this like kind of functional depression level, which can really, really suck. And so that's the difference. Oh, you gotta go, Ronnie? I'm assuming it says I gotta. Do you have to go? Ooh, Jonas, you got all sorts of numbers. Thank you for giving me a free spin and the 50 likes. Okay, what's the difference between a therapist and a life coach? Okay. Oh, you gotta work. Oh, I'm sorry, Ronnie. Well, thanks for hanging out, though. Emily Elizabeth says, what's the difference between a therapist and a life coach? I don't want to throw shade on anybody, but life coaches, some life coaches go through proper training. But life coaching is usually very short term, and it's very directive driven, and they often tell you what to do. Keep in mind, I'm not a life coach, so I don't subscribe to the life coach belief system. It's not something that I do, so I might not have all the information, okay? But that's what my friends who are life coaches, people that I know in the YouTube space who are life coaches, that's what they've told me, that some of them went through some training, some went through no training. They call themselves a life coach. Most people, I feel like, should go through some training, so at least ask somebody if you're going to see life coach if they've been through training. They see you short term, it's more directive. It's like helping you get your shit together, and they'll just tell you what to do in a lot of cases. With therapy, we go through a program to learn behavioral techniques and different things. Oh, Ronnie, I'm glad you're able to hang out but don't be late. I don't want to keep you late. And so as a therapist, we go through 2 years of education at least, sometimes 4 if you're a psychologist. And then you gather clinical hours where you work with people, and then you take a licensing exam, and we're held to ethical and legal standards and standards of care that a life coach really isn't held to. And that's why I'd be really cautious of who you see and who you trust, because they can be great. Life coaches can be super life-changing and amazing, but we have to make sure that it's someone who really works hard at their job and is a respectable person and is properly trained and all that, because I want to make sure that you get the right help and you're not hurt by it. Okay. Does that make sense? And I'm not trying to throw shade if any of you are life coaches. I just, such a good song. No, I can't dance, too slow. But Abby Jones says, do therapists have favorite patients? No, yes and no. We have ones that are doing well, and we get excited to see them because they're working really hard and we know things are getting better, and that's exciting. We're excited with you. Thanks, Ronnie, for all the likes. Woo, woo. But I don't like one patient over another patient. I just may get more excited because one is doing well or one has come out of a shit time. Like, for instance, like if Letitia was my patient, she's doing well and things are getting better. It's not like the best, but things are getting better. That's super encouraging for both of us. And so just think that like a therapist is just a person. We're human too. And so when things are good, we get excited with you, and that makes us excited to see you and excited to hear about your, what's going on. That doesn't mean that my clients who are struggling I don't like as much, but that's just kind of, I guess, what I feel. Like that's the kind of the yes part of it, because we're excited with you. Okay. Somebody said Sheep had a good question. Oh, Rachel P says, what made you want to become a therapist? Truthfully, and Sheep, will you ask your question again in a second? It's a lot of things. When I was a kid, all of my friends always like trusted me, and trusted me with all their secrets and stuff. And I liked hearing about what was going on in people's lives. I like being a part of it. I don't know if it's because I'm nosy. Maybe it's because I'm really nosy, but I enjoyed it, and I never tell the secrets. Lock it up like a vault. And so I always enjoyed that process. And then I also I liked working in therapy myself. So I started therapy. My mom wanted us all, she went through this like time where she's like, we all should be in therapy. It was like a thing everybody's talking about, like therapy. It was like, I was in high school, I think. And my brother was going through this phase where we're all black. And my mom was just worried. Thanks, Michelle M, for the bars. Woo woo. And so anyways, I think because of that, my mom was like, I think we should all just talk to somebody. That would be really helpful. And so we all went to therapy, and I loved it. And I loved the work, and I loved feeling better, and I loved the process of it. And at that point, I was like, I think this is something I want to do. And then, the truth be told, going through school and stuff, I always thought I wanted to be be a therapist. But then, before I applied to grad school, I was encouraged to like try different things and do different jobs. And, so I took a year off, and I even applied to culinary school. I was telling Jalen on our hangout, I applied to culinary school to see if I wanted to be a pastry chef. I thought for a while maybe I just wanted to travel. I wasn't sure. I wanted to be a psychiatrist for a while. I was going to be pre-med. Thought that's what I wanted to do. And so I just kind of slowly found my way, and based on what I tried, on what worked for me. And I just like it. I still love the process. I still love watching people change. I love knowing myself that I can change. And I love that empowerment that therapy gives us, where it's like, you can stop doing this. I know it's hard, but you can make that happen for you. And so, yeah, that's kind of where I came from. Okay. Let's see. And Sean is playing country because it's my fave. It's my favorite. My favorite. Okay. Well, can someone have derealization after a breakup? They definitely can if it was really traumatizing, really hard for you. It can feel like you're living in a dream. It could also just be part of your depression too. That's very common. So yeah, that's very normal. And I have videos about that if you want to know more. Okay. Sheepish's question. #question. How do you know when physical symptoms / physical pain are caused by mental illness or something else? This can be really hard. Thanks, Ronnie. Ronnie smashing that like button. We have to track our mood. And my clients hate when I say this, but they'll ask me like, hey, how do I know? But what if I'm sick? What if something's really wrong? What if something's happening? And the truth is we have to track our mood. If we only have these body aches, or our back hurts, or I'm tired and I can't get out of bed, if this only happens when we find our mood is down and we're feeling depressed, then we know that correlation. And so I'd encourage you to track your mood and physical symptoms and keep record of it. A feelings chart may help. Journaling, I find just even jotting things down can help. So yeah. Oh, and YouNow just prompted me, but if any of you are watching on YouTube and you wonder where I'm taking my questions from, because I've had people ask, I take it from the chat on YouNow. And so you can download the YouNow app and you can ask in the chat, and then we can interact. So yeah, just tracking it, Sheep. That's really the best way. It makes it easier for us to tell when they're correlated or not. Does that make sense? Okay, Lil Hartling says, does the binder of the psychiatrist from a place of therapy for 6 months, does it have to go to the next psychiatrist? No, like your chart or your files we're talking about, that doesn't have to go to the next. I usually recommend it, because then they get all that information. They know what medications you've been on, or what you've worked on in therapy already. So they can like catch up. But if you don't want them to know, you don't want that person telling them the information because you think they were a terrible person and you didn't work well with them, it doesn't have to go there. Okay? Okay. Let's see. Anika asks, if my parents are emotionally Oh, you have to walk Oh. Okay, Emily, you have a wonderful weekend. She has to go walk her dog. Her dog is so old and so cute. He probably doesn't even want to be walked, but he probably needs to be walked. Okay. Anika says, if my parents are emotionally abusive but neglect or overshare, is it reportable? Emotional abuse is reportable, and it's just as serious, if as any other type of abuse. And I would tell somebody about it, and I would start talking about it, because it's something that is, like I said, it is reportable. And if they're, I have a video about emotional abuse. Check it out. I talk about all the symptoms. I was trying to think if there's like 5 or 6 most common. That doesn't mean that's covering all of them, but I talk about it in that video, and yes, it's reportable. Okay. Okay, Fix You Coldplay is the first recommendation. You guys, we're out of time, actually. We're done. Do we want to answer a few more questions? I know. You guys, it's 6 o'clock.
No.
It's 6 o'clock. It's Friday. Okay, we got 2.
Okay, this one goes out for the ice robot.
I know. I'm sorry. We'll do one more question, you guys. Something 80s. Oh, and Minimalist Goth, can you message me on here? Is that a thing that can happen? I don't know. We'll have to figure out a way to get your address. Maybe tweet at me. Twitter me, okay? Okay. Let's see. Oh, Kitty's on Monique's face. Let's answer a couple more questions, and then we'll all enjoy our weekends. Sarah says, is it a sign you shouldn't terminate therapy if it creates a ton of anxiety? My therapist and I are going to, but it made my anxiety extremely high. I don't think that that's quite the case. I think you should slowly titrate down and hold at that until it starts to dissipate and the anxiety goes down. That doesn't mean you shouldn't terminate therapy, but it means that you should go slower with the way that you terminate. Kind of like titrating down until you're going, once every other week and then once a month, and you can hold in those patterns for many months until you feel okay. And continue to talk about it, and even take some time, like imagining what it would be like to not be in therapy, because sometimes that's the thing. It's so abrupt, it's so rough, it's like, wah! Ooh, I made myself choke on that noise in my throat. Yeah, I'll find it. But anyway, so yeah, that would be my advice. Oh, okay. I'm glad it came through, Minimalist. Gosh, she said she misspelled info as info. Hey, I'm glad it worked out. Okay, cool. You're going to be fine, Rachel says she's waiting on a new therapist to get back to her bad appointment. It's going to be okay. We're never as scary as you think. It's just someone like me. Okay, and is it Kasha? Is that what you said?
So close to 125.
Shit, I know. We're just not quite there. Is it normal to have no memory with flashbacks, only physical sensations? You can definitely have only body memories. I have a video about that if you want to check that out, because that is common. I have some clients who rarely have like flashbacks or images or anything like that. It's mainly in their body. So thanks, Jay Lynn, smashing that like button. Woo, woo, woo.
Well,
We hit 125, you guys. Let's see. Last question. My therapist always says intense low mood instead of depression. Why is that? Why? Is that something you do, Katie? Maybe they don't think it's full depression, and so they just called it an intense low mood, because moods can change. But if it doesn't hang for 2 weeks, it's not depression. And also another thing, so that's one. Pew. The second maybe thing that they were doing, sometimes I find some clients of mine don't like certain terms. They don't like the term depression. They don't like the term mania. And so we'll use different terms, different phrases to mean the same thing, just because the verbiage can be hard for some people. It's hard to hear that word a lot. It's hard to be told you're depressed. Some of that stuff can be hard. And so that's something that I've done. And maybe that's kind of what they're doing. It's just softening a little bit. Oh, Ashley, I do these live chats twice a week. I do them on Wednesday mornings, and I do them Friday afternoons usually. I know, see, Jen A, she agrees. I hate certain terms. It can be hard, right? Okay, can self-diagnosis be useful? Wahid, I have a video all about that. Just search on YouTube, Kati Morton self-diagnosis, and I talk all about it, okay? I like the verbiage, indifferent. That's a nice one, right? You're indifferent about it. Okay, everybody, have a wonderful weekend. What's for dinner, Mama Katie? Truthfully, Sean and I need to go grocery shopping, so we're gonna walk over to Vaughn's and grab some groceries, because we have no food. But we have to cut up some of our vegetables before they mold or something, because that tends to happen to us a lot. And I think I might get a rotisserie chicken, because that sounds tasty too. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for making my day. I love you all. Like I said, make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. New videos are going to be coming up about the news. Katie in the news. Okay. I've got some giveaways going out. I love you all. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out, Ronnie. I hope you're not late to work. Okay. Bye, everybody. Ooh, what happened? We're just spinning and spinning. It won't let me end it. Yes.